Hey, good evening, Map here, Map Investments. Want to do a video here in the after hours. The futures are open. We obviously know that Meta crashed and it's closed. It closed. Last I checked was at 105. Closed under 105, so it pretty much got destroyed. Um, my broken wing butterflies are at 120. Um, if they expire in the money, I probably lose collected 25 on one, lose 75 on one, and 80 on the other one. So about a buck 50, I lose in the trade. Unless I try and defend it and roll it, but I probably won't. I'll just accept it. We'll see what happens. We still got 2 days. We have tomorrow and Friday. My other position is uh, 37 days out. So, and it's the 125, 110 put credit spread. Um, so we have the bonds, a 10-year at 4%. Now, if we look at the 10-year chart, let's see if I can put it up here, and we go back, let me see here, if I can pull up 20-day. We hit 432, so we've gone straight down, back down to 4. So I would assume the Fed's in there buying bonds because I don't know who's going to be buying bonds in this environment when you have inflation at 8% and this instrument paying you 4% to hold it for 10 years. No bueno, no good, no good. So the Fed is in there buying, in my opinion. Now, also, the dollar is under the 110 mark, and I don't think that's good. I think this is a 20-day, and as you know, in my prior videos, I talked about 110 more or less being that key support level. I think we broke through that, and um, I think we're headed much lower, um, and I don't think it's going to get any better. I think inflation uh, will get worse, and today Canada was supposed to raise interest rates to 0.75, and they only raised them 50. And the United States are probably going to do the same thing. The Fed, in their next meeting, they're supposed to raise 75, and they probably only raise 50, which is not really going to put a dent when you have 8% inflation. Um, Inflation is a tax without representation. Um, and unfortunately, with the amount of debt that our country has, um, I don't think it's going to get any better. And I think they're just going to inflate. And I think the dollar will have a bad situation in the future. Um, and it's pretty amazing. Oil is, so let me go one by one. So here's the dollar. The chart's not looking good. I think we're heading lower. And I think commodities will will explode much higher. Um, if you think about it, the dollar's coming off of highs. Oil's at 88. Not a lot of damage done to oil. Gold is at under 1700, but it's pulled back, but you know it's got a lot of room to go higher, in my opinion. And if you're not holding any gold and silver, I think that's a big mistake. And I think if you don't have positions in the energy sector with SPR, Strategic Petroleum Reserve, at 40-year lows, um, it's not wise. Um, so oil is at 88. The S&P is up 22, even though three conglomerates, Facebook, Google, and Metaverse, Facebook, Google, and who's the other one? Google, oh, Microsoft, Google, and Metaverse. Three conglomerates reported weak numbers, and here you have the S&P up 25. And like I said, I think the rally is higher. Uh, Bonds are getting, you know, bit, bought, and dollars going lower, and the Fed's in there, and the Fed will pivot, and assets will go higher. The right ones, the right ones. And I think you need to be in commodity space, and I've been preaching that for a while. Um, Copper is flat. Small caps up 14. Nasdaq up 75. Dow Jones up 180. Nat gas up 3. There's two different contracts on the natural gas. Well, actually, this one caught up to QG because you have NG and you have QG. So, and if you ever need any help with the futures, just chime in and I'll be happy to help you, or how to find it on the Thinkorswim platform, etc. Silver up 8, and the grains just opened up, and they're pretty flat. Wheat up 62 cents, soybeans up 3, corn flat. VIX down 23 to 27, and I think we're heading higher. I mean, we still have tomorrow we have, go to stock. I know we still have Apple to report. Apple has to report still. Apple reports. Let me see if I can pull up this chart here. If it got updated. Boy, is it slow. Uh, so tomorrow before the open. So they haven't done the after the bell, but tomorrow before the open we have Shopify, McDonald's, Caterpillar, Mastercard, Cameco, Altera, Merck, Southwest, Daku, New Energy from China. They're into solar. Comcast, PBF is a good one that does refinery, and Bud. Now, let me look up. He had a weekly chart here. Where was the weekly chart? Oh, here. Tomorrow after the close, wow. Tomorrow after the close is huge. Apple, Intel, Amazon, just huge earnings tomorrow after the bell. Huge, humongous. Um, and the Fed's under some stress. I mean, you got three conglomerates reporting weaker numbers, and you can see it says here Powell again is facing political pressure as worries mount over the economy. Today, who was it that said they were going to lay off a bunch of workers? I think it was Seagate. Seagate Technology said they were going to lay off a ton of workers. I think it was like 3,000 workers they said they were going to lay off. Let me see if there's news. Seagate will cut 3,000 employees in sign of major PC and cloud slowdown. That's a lot of people. So I don't want to chime in on the negative. I want to bring you the facts and help you materialize with it, uh, with the information. Make some dough, make some money. Um, I go to a lot of channels here because I like going to YouTube and listen to other people's perspectives. And boy, there's a lot of negativity, and it's crazy. It just regurgitate the news. I don't think I regurgitate the news. I think that I bring you um, trades and live stuff and prudent information, and show you educational how to fend for yourself. That's what it's all about. Um, so I think the channel is up to 300 and something subscribers. I mean, I've been more consistent lately, and I said to myself, why not be more consistent? You're only 40. I'm only 46. Maybe when I get older, I'll have a good base, and I love trading. That's my passion, and I know I'll be doing it in the future, even when I'm old. This is what I plan on doing. I really like it. I don't know if it's the best topic on YouTube. I was looking at some of the topics out there. People like kid stuff and entertainment, and people eating food and how it sounds and crunches and all kinds of weird stuff. But you know, to each his own. Everybody has their different uh, likes and entertainment or whatever, getaway, whatever you want to call it. Um, so so yeah, that's what we got for tomorrow. This big earnings here. I was ranting off, but we have some big earnings tomorrow, before the bell and after the bell. Um, and the dollar is a key point here. I mean, it's pretty amazing when, for me, it's mind-boggling. Um, it's really sad the things that they've done. Um, the bankers and the Federal Reserve. I don't think it's fair. Um, and you look at this and it's very sad. It's sickening. I mean, there's a lot of quotes out there. Like I'll chime in on a quote from one of our presidents. But look at the national debt. It's 31 trillion plus dollars. Now that's debt per citizen of 93,000 plus. Debt per taxpayer 247,000. Now our U.S. federal budget deficit is over $1 trillion, and our gross domestic product to GDP ratio is now at 125% of GDP. Our debt. Um, that's just insane, insane. Uh, and that's not even. I mean, you don't even want to get into like unfunded U.S. unfunded liabilities, 172 trillion. Yeah, and that's Social Security 22 trillion, Medicare 34 trillion. Uh, I want to say that's 172 trillion, no? Or am I wrong? Let me see. It's 3, 6, 9. So it's so many numbers. It's just mind-boggling. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, 172. That's 516,000 per liability per citizen. This tells you everything. So we have a U.S. population of 333 million plus. Median income is 36,000. Foreclosures 104,000. U.S. bankruptcies 453. U.S. millionaires 220. I'm sorry, 22 million. 38 million on food stamps. 40 million living on in poverty. 27 million without insurance. Uh, it's just go in here and look at this. It's pretty interesting. Um, Now, if you look at the dollar to silver ratio, they say silver is worth 975 an ounce, and gold is 7,185. Pretty pretty interesting. In the hell one for oil it says 25 dollar to oil ratio now $25 a barrel. Um, Play with this. Pretty cool. Pretty sad if you ask me. There was a quote by uh, by Thomas Jefferson on the banks. I don't know if it's true or not, but it says if the American people ever allow private banks, like the Federal Reserve, to control the issue of their currency, first by inflation, then by deflation, the banks and corporations that will grow around them will deprive the people of all the property until their children wake up homeless on the continent their fathers conquered. I mean, if he did say that, I mean, that's just, it gives me chills because it's true. Like I take a look at my kid, I take a look at my, uh, my niece, my nephew, um, with the opportunities out there, um, and the cost of living. Like you look at rent, you look at housing. I mean, it's just, it's nuts. And housing's not getting cheaper. I mean, prices of houses are going down, but interest rates are at 7.5. What about the taxes when they appraise the properties? What about the maintenance? The maintenance on these homes is more. Materials are more. Labor is more. Allstate said that they're gonna raise insurance policies because the cost of replacing a home is a lot more today. So you have insurance, you have maintenance, you have taxes. I mean, interest rates are 7.5. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I talk to dealers and people have cars trying to buy used cars for like $20,000 to sell a used car. Interest rates are 10%. That's like a $400 payment on a $20,000 car with 2 grand down minimum. And that's if you have great credit. So it's pretty sick the things that we're seeing out there, and they just print money out of thin air and give it to the banksters, give it to the corporations, and they do whatever they want. But I'm ranting on. Just what I want you to get out of this channel is just hustle, do your thing, stay out of debt, uh, have a mind of your own, know how to formulate your trades and get that from the channel or the other uh, educational places that have education here in TD Ameritrade, where you can pick up on education here, and they also have at good stuff over here at Tasty Trade. They have great financial free content, really good stuff. So be safe, like the channel, subscribe, share with your friends and family, comment below, and have a good night. And invest those dollars wisely because I think they will be going down. You want to be in commodities and in things that people need uh, on a daily basis. Stay safe. Bye bye.